guys know when someone is so close to the point, but then they just keep talking and you say, oh, there it is. There it goes. Right over your head. Well, that would happen to friend to the show in my head, enemy in her head when it comes to me. Everybody welcome Tess Holliday. Come on. Wait, I told you last time. No, don't, please go. Now you might think that that was rude, as in me, for some reason, even though I'm the one that got crushed, because you're probably saying, you're calling this poor, soft-hearted, good person of a woman heavy with a side of fat. When I, in fact, did not call her that at all. She called herself that. In fact, it's on her booty cheeks. See? Right there. You thought I was lying. It's right on the booty cheek. And right there goes the point. Right over her head. If you're a regular on this channel, that means you know exactly who this is. But for the people who don't know who this icon of a woman that has fat right on her booty cheek, but then gets mad at me for saying she's obese.
Activists have asked people to not use the word obese because it operates like a slur.
Shut the hell up, sound like a siren.
Let me just remind you who the Tess Holliday is, okay? She is the first over 300-pound model that walked the runway. She pretty much sculpted what body positivity is today.
Been in this game for 5 years. Guess that's why my feet hurt.
If you ever forget that she's a model, don't worry. She's gonna tell you.
Listen, I know that I am not a rocket scientist. I am merely a model.
She's mostly known for being the first 300-pound woman that rarely eats, is always hungry.
For the world to say that all I'm doing is sitting around and eat when I'm starving.
And suffers from anorexia.
Most of her life.
I always thought that I overate. But then people in my life would say, oh yeah, I eat more than Tess.
That's right, a morbidly obese woman who hangs out with other morbidly obese people ate less than them, therefore she has anorexia. If you're also new, I can't say that word, I will get demonetized by the YouTube gods.
Anybody, any size can starve.
Anybody, any size can starve.
So she clearly has trouble eating. She is a skinny queen. I mean, look at her. She clearly is disgusted and having a very hard time eating that donut that just fell into the crevices of her soul. Don't worry, she eats salads too, because she's skinny. She's a skinny queen, never eats ever. But most importantly, she is a confident queen. She loves herself, she loves her curves, and nobody around her is going to make her feel insecure and triggered, especially skinny women on magazines.
I'm sorry, but what in the fresh hell is this?
But most importantly, she's a self-aware queen.
Well, just another morning waking up hot, fat, mentally ill, too emotionally available, and constantly making bad decisions.
I too am extraordinarily humble.
She is literally everything. And I forgot to mention, I have to mention, it is Pride Month and Tess is also celebrating. And yes, happy Pride Month, but Tess Holliday wouldn't be all that happy or prideful in a few videos. One, she would make a car video that would actually have me feeling a little sorry for her. And then she would chase that video that had people really agreeing with her quite a bit and saying, we get it, with a couch video and a bed video of people saying, girl, the point is going straight over your head. It's literally right in front of your face. And I fear to the people in the comment section that Tess Holliday will never get the point. It's just gonna keep floating over her head and either she knows it's there or she doesn't, but I don't think she's just ever gonna get it. It's not gonna go through her ears. Let's get to the video that had me slightly feeling sorry for Tess Holliday. Slightly. Just like my pinkies are kind of, well, this much. Pinkies up. Right, Patrick?
The higher you hold it, the fancier you are.
And the more you keep talking, the more that I feel like I'm right about Tess Holliday, and I feel a little bit bad for her, but only the size of my pinky. Anyway, here's the video that had me saying, I think Tess Holliday, like her expectations when it comes to people and her are kind of low.
To be considered, in my opinion, is the highest form of love. I think that people often throw the term love around so loosely, and I've been so guilty of that. But I think for someone to consider you, to consider your feelings, to consider how they are moving in the world and how they are interacting with you and how that might make you feel, to me, means everything. And I think that that's something that I pay attention to now so much more than when people just say that they love me.
So it wasn't the biggest of deal, but I personally think that Tess Holliday doesn't have a lot of people around her that genuinely really like her. I've also heard that supposedly, according to people that have talked and met her and were friends with her, worked with her, she's not a heartfelt, sweet, down-to-earth person to hang around with. And I personally think her being in the modeling industry and being this size, she doesn't get a lot of consideration. Let's be completely honest. We just talked about that Escaping Paradise trailer and all those people coming out and the weird man Stefan who—
Welcome to paradise.
all he had to do was gain a 200,000 following on TikTok was say, I like fat girls and I am very considerate of fat girls. And I am so considerate that I opened a whole mansion for them to come to, and look, I even put railings on my pool so they can kind of walk into the pool and hobble and I can watch their butt cheeks float around.
Paradise cannonball chick.
And I'm so considerate of fat people, well, specifically fat women, that I got industrial sized couches and chairs that can hold their booty cheeks up. I'm so considerate. And that's all he really had to do to make these fat women feel special. And I watched the whole documentary, and guess who was in it? Tess Holliday.
The body positive movement changed a lot of people's lives.
I was shook it. It's gonna be a very long video and very detailed. So watch out for that one. But something that I found with all of these women is that many people are not considerate of them, considerate of their feelings, considerate of how people treat them in the world. Just people just don't really care. And so when I was going through these videos, this reminded me of the documentary. A lot of these women just settle for crumbs. And she could totally be doing the whole Tess Holliday acting thing. She is a TikToker. She is known for not being real. But you know, I just thought it was interesting that she just wants to be considered. And for a split moment, I saw someone being vulnerable and being a little bit more of a human than a weird chick being upset that they're skinny people on a magazine.
It's all the same body type. When is it getting real? Because this is real crappy.
And that she doesn't get jobs anymore because she's got to be well over 300 pounds now, right? In fact, she was saying a while ago that she was like less than 300 pounds.
Hi, hello there. I am no car expert, but I do know that if your car, you know, weighs less than 300 pounds, baby, I'm concerned for your safety.
And then about 0.2 seconds after that video, people said, girl, no, huh? You are not less than 300 pounds. And then she had to quickly make a video and say, no, I was not saying I was less than 300 pounds. Even though the person in the comment who said that, she was using herself as an example. So, but she clarified, because we're all idiots and she is the epitome of just being smart.
Besties, on my last post, I was never saying I weighed under 300 pounds.
See, she's smart, we're dumb. She gets put on a magazine talking about she's 300 pounds fit and healthy, and we aren't supposed to care about how much she weighs, even though it's her whole TikTok image. Anyway, we're almost to the video where people were saying, girl, the point right above your head, just look up and you'll see it. Before we get to that one, did you know Tess Holliday is single? She's been single for a while now.
What's it like to be a single mother on Mother's Day?
And she's a little irritated because there was a bunch of boys who were asked, would you date a plump mama? And she did not like their answers at all.
Would you date a plus size girl?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I mean, it's not always about looks. I mean, personality has a lot to do with things, so.
No.
Why?
It's just not my cup of tea, personally.
Yeah. Duh. Look at me.
Oh, sorry, I was wrong. She liked one guy's answer that said that he would date a bigger girl. Look at her face. She's so happy that a man would f her. Yay, what joy. See, now you're getting it. She wants to be considered for the Rigby, are you understanding? Oh, he's sleeping. I'll tell him when he wakes up.
6 o'clock. Why wouldn't I?
And what would you say to the people that say no?
Grow up. Eat
Grow
some
up.
Oh, she loves that. Look at that. Grow up and date someone that you're not attracted to. What are you? Immature? Anyway, she's gonna talk in a second. Right now, she's just doing motions.
Oof, no, just not my preference. Feeling it out, what I like and what I've seen, just not for me.
Honestly.
I wouldn't.
Why?
It's like too skinny for that.
I swear I'm gonna stop interrupting Tess Holliday make her little movements, but since she's not talking yet, I figure I would. You'll see that this one specifically kind of irritated her, like it really like kind of rubbed her titties the wrong way. But I can understand this too. Like as a muscular woman, a lot of thin guys will think that they're too skinny for like a muscular woman or a fit woman or someone who is even slightly muscular, because you know what people are gonna say to them.
Damn, bro, your girl is more of a man than you are. You're a girl!
So I don't know why that irritated her at the end of the video when she talks about it, but I just thought it was a little interesting because as a muscular woman, I know a lot of skinny guys weren't interested in me because they were so skinny, and I was not really interested in them because I feel like my booty cheeks would swallow them up. Just swallow them up. And for every skinny guy that doesn't want someone bigger than him, there's a skinny guy that would love to get the booty cheek swallowed. We've all seen the skinny dudes with like super morbidly obese women. In fact, because I watched that stupid Paradise thing, I saw it a lot. Not to say that these men won't FETISH you, but I mean, she's purely getting irritated that this guy says, no, I'm not attracted to that. Tess, there's plenty of guys that are. You can go on down to Paradise with the weird dude with the glasses. Anyway, back to Tess.
Like, I'm headed to the gym right now, actually trying to work on myself, and I probably want someone that does the same. All day, a plus size, but not a double plus size.
Okay, so one of you said that you would date a plus size woman because it's not always about looks. And the rest of you just said no. Already exhausting.
She is exhausted, not from carrying all that weight on her back along with the body positive movement. Her knees aren't exhausted from taking really, really heavy steps. Her heart isn't even exhausted at this point from over the years putting on what, I think she said 100 pounds from when she started. No, everything else is not exhausted. She is only exhausted from these random men that she probably wouldn't even talk to anyway, not wanting to date somebody fat. Like, you're gonna date this guy, Tess? Or this one? Because a lot of these guys look like college dudes. Like, I'm pretty sure Tess Holliday is in her 40s. And just another point, a lot of these women, similar to me, they always say, I don't care what these dudes think. I personally, if I like my body, I don't value a man's opinion about what I look like or my body. Why the f would I care what these guys think? And she's very similar, but for someone who doesn't care what men think and doesn't value a opinion of a man about their body.
You know, for those of you that know me, I have never given a fuck what people thought about me, what they felt about how I show up in the world. But one thing I know for sure is that we are stepping into the new year not apologizing to those that don't like how we show up in this world.
She really be caring about whether they would want to f her or not, to the point that she's mentally exhausted. But it also wasn't just the looks wise that they were, the fact that these men didn't want to date obese women. It was the fact that they had like these hidden kind of connotations under why they wouldn't date an obese woman that she had a problem with.
I think my favorite part is that the idea that plus size women do not take care of themselves, because baby, we are the most moisturized people you will ever meet.
Okay, well, that's a generalization. I've seen some ashy fat people, just like I've seen some moisturized thin people, and also some ashy muscular people. Like right now, my hands are a little, in fact, let me just go lotionize really quick. You have a little ashy paws? He doesn't. I moisturize his little paws. None of my kids are gonna be crusty. Anyway, she goes on this really long list of generalizations for every single fat woman ever.
Your life. Dewy, lotioned, oiled, smells like vanilla. $300 perfume that we bought ourselves.
Ma'am, how do you know? Also, I mean, I think people can smell at any size. Smelliness is all inclusive, but I do have a little bit of a background on this as a lot of my family is very, very obese, and I was close to my aunt who she was big, but she also had to take care of even bigger people, some family members. And when you are bigger, you're gonna have extra flaps. So pretend that you got Tia and Tamara's all over your body, and it is the middle of summer, midday, 2 p.m. 95 degrees, humidity is high. And if you are moving a little too much, didn't apply correctly, and well, you just sweat more than the normal person, there's gonna be a little bit or a lot of bit of a smell. And if you decided to moisturize and oil up and then throw perfume over it, it's gonna be extra moist and have some funk mixed with some perfume smell. You know, I don't know. I just feel like the generalization was a little weird because I've definitely smelled, you know, I walked through the halls of Walmart where the people are a little bit bigger, and I've smelled some smells from skinny, but also like obese people. So like the generalization is wrong. Also, I find it funny that she can generalize obese people, but then if someone generalizes obese people and say that they are not as active as they are, then she makes a video in her car saying, "Nuh-uh, we're all fit and we smell really good because we spent $300 on perfume."
Hair laid, skin glowing outfits.
And honestly, I don't think these guys were even all that rude. One, that lady just walked up to these random people and shoved a microphone in their face and asked, "Would you date someone fat?" And then she probably asked why. And then they told her. It's completely different than if a man gets on the internet and says,
You know what I want to date? A fat bitch.
That's not even what they said. None of these guys said bitch. They just said, no, it's not really my cup of tea. It's just not my thing. And she's up here insulting them, saying that you probably are funky.
Meanwhile, y'all are using the same bath towel since 2007.
What if they don't have money to buy a new bath towel? As long as they're washing the bath towel, isn't that okay? Not everyone is a 300-pound model, Tess Holliday. Come on. This economy, new bath towels, really?
You want someone that takes care of themselves? Well, do you mean physically or do you mean emotionally, mentally, spiritually? Because therapy is part of self-care too. Just saying.
All they did was answer a question that this woman asked them. But shouldn't you kind of be mad at the lady that asked the dumb question? Personally, I think it's nobody's business. But secondly, they just answered the question and they did it in a very respectful way, in my opinion. I've seen the same thing when they ask, would you date a muscular woman? And they'll show a picture of a muscular woman. They say, oh no, I'm not, I probably couldn't handle that. She gonna leg press my ass. Literally. It's really not that big of a deal. Personally, I wouldn't date a chubby guy. I remember before when I was younger and I was just so much more lenient and I'm like, I don't mind anyone. I'll take anybody because I was just nice. And I think I was conditioned to think like the chubbier guys were nice. Like I had a crush on Kevin James growing up from that show. What is it? Kings of Queens. He's actually an asshole. Just because he's funny doesn't make him a good husband. He was awful. I'm rewatching the show. I'm like, I would have divorced his fat ass and got with a fit guy probably. Anyway, I would date like chubbier boys, well, like when I was high school, and then men as I got older. And I'm like, they're still assholes. Just because they're chubby don't mean nothing. Miss ma'am, just because a woman is chubby doesn't mean she's gonna be great for these guys. Also, I have never seen Tess Holliday date someone chubby. They were always smaller than her. So like, I kind of want to see her with someone like double the size of her, you know? Anyway, she wanted to really specify that she was irritated with the guy at the end talking about double plus size.
Not the guy at the end saying, but not double plus size. Sir, you can even handle double texting.
Girl, how do you know? You know what? From the Just Pearly Things videos, I thought her zingers were really awful.
If women love children so much, why do they keep sending them to daycare?
I think Tess Holliday's zingers are worse. Where did that one even come from? It has no relatability to this guy because we don't know him. There was no comments about texting. She probably asked ChatGPT, what can I say? And that's what it gave her.
Please. The gag is a lot of these people think that they're rejecting us, but like, we've already decided we wouldn't even date those people to begin with.
So then why do you care? And also they weren't rejecting you. They were just answering a question. It's like if someone asked me when I was minding my own business and I didn't run away from someone with a microphone on the street because no. But if I did accept a conversation with a microphone walker and they asked, would you ever date someone that was a bodybuilder? The answer would probably be no, because I'm not interested in competitions, bodybuilding. The lifestyle doesn't fit mine. Even as a gym girly, it just doesn't fit. It's a whole different world. If I answered something like that and then a bunch of bodybuilders were getting on my ass because I said I wouldn't date them, I'd be like, okay, insecure. Get over it. Also, follow-up question, would she make the same video if the men said I would date plus-size women but never a muscular woman? They're way too hard and I want something to grab onto and squish into, because I've seen that before. I got comments like that actually quite a bit when I was on dating profiles when I was single. Randomly, when I didn't even ask them. I wasn't interested in them at all. They would just message me saying, I like women that like, actually they would ask like, how soft is your ass? Because I need, you know, you look muscular and I need something to like squish into. I'm like, honey, there's a place you can go. Paradise with Stefan.
Welcome to paradise.
And two, there's Tess Holliday, who really wants a guy that wants plus size women.
So date whoever you want, but just don't confuse your preferences with truth.
I'm just a little confused there. What was the truth? Them saying that they just aren't attracted to obese women because of the lifestyle? Or the truth bombs that you dropped out of these guys that you don't even know that they can't handle a double text and that they have the same bath towel since 2007? Because I have a feeling that she doesn't know any of those things. Why would she? She literally said that she wouldn't date any of these guys. I feel like this is another case of Tess Holliday wanting views. Also, can we just talk about something really, really quick? Because she said this before about guys not dating obese women because the lifestyle is not going to be similar to theirs when it comes to eating and working out. And I feel like someone like Tess Holliday really would not understand that because she is not very active. She's active for herself. She eats healthy for herself, but everybody's active level and health level, like eating wise, is so different.
And they said, you need to eat something like a bit more healthy. There are a few words that I don't allow when somebody comes into my house, and healthy is one of them.
Because I have a friend that says that she eats so healthy, but then she came to my house and she's like, oh, you guys are like on a super like intense level of health. And I'm like, I feel like I'm pretty moderate with my food. But now that I talk to more people, I had no idea. Most of my friends, they don't ever cook at home. Like, it's not a thing. Garrett's family, his sister and his dad, they never eat at home. It's like a weird thing if they eat at home. And me and Garrett are like, what the heck? We went to one of his friend's house and we opened the fridge. They're just like waters and like a beer in the fridge. I would die. Like, I would just die. So like, I don't eat out really at all. Maybe whenever we go to Disneyland, that's pretty much when we eat out. So like every few months. Now I'm not going to Disneyland until October, so it's gonna be like this huge hiatus of not really eating out. But I am gonna get barbecue on my birthday. I found a barbecue place. We're gonna eat barbecue. And then after that, I'm gonna just eat at home because I like eating at home and I feel like it's healthier and my stomach won't hurt. I don't be doubled over and in pain. Anyway, back to the point is Tess Holliday always complains and she says like, fat people are super active and fat people eat healthy. Your healthy is probably a lot different than other people. Like, I've met people that say they eat healthy and if I was dating that person, I'd be like, we aren't having any of this food in my house. And I'm also not going to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner with you outside of the house because it's weird to me. Tess Holliday's active is she like walks on the treadmill a little bit and then I saw her do like some stretches. That's like my active is I walk my dogs for a mile in the morning. I come back home, I walk for another mile on my treadmill. That's like a pretty good warm up. Then I eat my breakfast, I go outside, I lift weights for about an hour and a half, and then I, do the filming thing. After that, if I have free time, I like to walk some more or like a bike ride or something. Like, that's my level of active that I would want someone else to match. So why would it be weird for me to say I don't want to date an obese person? Because most likely they're not gonna do all of that along with the meal prep, because if they were doing all of that, they probably wouldn't be Tess Holliday's side. Anyway, that's my spiel for that. Now it's time for the video that made Tess Holliday slightly go, not really viral, but it would get her more views than normal. Yes, that's right. The one where the point is right above her head and have people saying, just look up. Just look up and you'll be there.
Plus size people do not trust brands anymore. Fashion went through what I've often referred to as the plus size renaissance, where they wanted fat models, fat dollars, fat inclusivity. But now it feels like brands are treating size inclusivity like it was a trend instead of an actual commitment.
Do you remember October 2024 when I said that, oh, Tess, this whole body positivity thing and putting you on magazine is a trend? The fashion industry actually does not like fat people. In fact, they're probably the most fat-phobic industry that I can think of in my brain. And enjoy the fun while it lasts, because it won't last for long. And then eventually she was crying in her car because she can't get any jobs because the trend was over, but also she wouldn't admit that it was just a trend. She was trying to say that everyone is just like, I don't know, against her or something. I'm not too sure what she was saying. I can't remember. She says so much, but I just think it's funny that she is now saying, we have a little bit of a breakthrough. She's saying that it was a trend, which in my distorted head is her saying, personally, Michelle, you were right. And well, it brought me a little slice of happiness, preferably a slice of cheesecake. But yeah, I agree. I think that whole, like, when body positivity was booming and she was on magazines and people were like, accept the fat. And they were doing modeling things and whatnot. And I said it was a trend. Well, it was, because there ain't no way that Hollywood, modeling industry, magazines, you know, like main media magazines, they're not gonna accept a 300-pound model unless they're going to bank on it for a while. Then people get bored really easily.
This is probably why I have commitment issues, okay?
So years ago, I shot a denim campaign with Good American, and I was the largest model that they used, and my images were never used. I've been in this industry long enough to know that when it comes down to it, things happen, whatever. But now, seeing so many brands scaling back sizing, scaling back their options that are in store, or stopping their sizes at size 14, it feels connected to a much larger conversation.
Michelle McDaniel, you listen to me right now. Don't you dare laugh. You are way too old and mature and a woman to laugh at something because she said large while being really large. Excuse me for a second. Proceed.
Plus size people deserve more than temporary visibility when it's culturally convenient, especially because there are millions of plus size people around the world who love fashion, who want to spend money. We have been begging this industry to see us as worthy consumers for years. So when brands start shrinking sizes, yeah, we notice. And this isn't about one campaign or one brand. It's about the overall message that these companies keep sending plus size and fat consumers. We want your attention, but
we're not fully investing in you.
And that is a larger conversation that we need to have.
So there you go. That's what would get her quite a bit of views. Once again, for like the 4,586th time complaining that the industry is not providing women like her with really cute clothes. And I have to say, these people always say, no, we want to buy your clothes. There is a niche for this. And when it comes to business doesn't, like, the numbers don't lie. If the business sees that people are buying tons of these clothes, you know, if they saw that obese people were buying these clothes, then they would sell them. But it doesn't seem to be happening. So all these people like her, Samira, and whoever else on TikTok can continuously complain about the industry or the company, the clothing brands not carrying sizes that will fit their booty cheeks. But until the numbers actually increase and people are buying them, they're not gonna change. So, I mean, it gets them views, clearly, but I just think it's like you're talking to a wall, because if I was a company and I made like plus size clothing and then nobody bought the plus size clothing, I'm gonna take those off the rack and sell whatever is actually selling. No matter how many TikToks you make saying that we need to have a large conversation, because we're not ever gonna have that conversation. Okay. Like, if you're a business, money talks, not people on TikTok. Also, once again, when we talk about Samira, the other woman that likes to roll up into, you know, TJ Maxx and everything and complain that nothing fits her, just like Samira, Tess Holliday has a ton of cute clothes. So Tess Holliday's wardrobe is a lot different and a lot more expensive than the average other 300-pound woman. Let me ask my audience, anyone on here who is 300 plus pounds dressed exactly like Tess Holliday, and you have the funds to do that? How many out there are you enough to get a business to actually sell clothing? Because this is totally anecdotal, I just see my family members who are 300 plus pounds and they ain't trying to spend a lot of money on clothing. They aren't down with it. So that's just what I think from a business perspective. But the most interesting thing for me, and I'm sure you guys can guess what I'm saying, but the most interesting thing is that all these women complain about not fitting into clothing. They have put on a significant amount of weight and they always be eaten. Tess likes to act like she has so much trouble eating and it's so hard for her to eat, but she's eating a damn cookie donut. A cookie donut.
They gave me a donut from the donut Atelier. We're gonna try it. It's insane. It looks like it's a cookie on a donut?
It is, and it looks magnificent. But does this look like a woman that is scared to eat and has trouble eating, or doesn't eat anything at all, you know? She just filter feeds with an occasional cookie donut. I mean, she is making out with that cookie donut. Also, just to run it back to her saying, you know, I have a healthy lifestyle, and, you know, she kind of gave the idea that she can have a similar lifestyle to someone that wants to have a healthy lifestyle. She waited until 3 a.m. to eat this cookie donut.
It's also 3 a.m. and I feel like I made a good choice.
Now, if you are new, don't let this video fool you. I am a sugar-holic. okay? I love sugar, but I also like being healthy. And I'm also someone who is an adult and can tell myself no. I can tell myself no to not eat a cookie donut at 3 a.m. in the morning because I know that's not a great choice. She's gonna sit up here, be upset that men said that they don't wanna date an obese woman because they probably have different lifestyles, while she is on camera eating a cookie donut at 3 a.m. I'm just gonna leave that there with you. Bring me your forehead because it's the end of the video and I just have to kiss your beautiful, gorgeous, perfect size forehead. I feel better now. Yeah, your forehead just like energizes me or something. I'm not too sure. Anyway, if you guys want to hang out a little bit longer, there is the video that we talked about on Paradise. You can get caught up on that. The weird freakadeek Stefan, you'll see him in there because we will have a pretty long video as I just finished the documentary. So click on that video up here or in the pinned comment section below and hang out with me for a little bit longer. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
I'm a gym girly, love lifted